Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Quilts and Coffee. It's another Monday morning, ready or not. We're looking forward to another busy week here at the Sewing Basket. Barb, would you like to talk about what you've got planned this week?
I really don't have anything planned for this week.
Okay.
Basically because we are trying to get ready for Shop Hop.
Yep.
And guys, make sure you put it on your calendars. It starts April 23, runs through April 30th. It's the whole week, even on Sunday, which not necessarily that I like that, but you know, because that's church day, but that's beside the point. But so make plans to come out and visit the store, get your purchases, and have a good time with your friends.
Yeah, see if there's someone you could do a few of the locations with. It is a great way to support your local quilt shop, to kind of network with other quilt shops, see what's out there. Every shop has its own little flavor.
And carries different fabrics too.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
And carpool. That makes it more fun.
Yeah,
actually.
right.
Yeah. Go with a friend. Price of gas is kind of high. Go with 4 friends.
Right.
And Barb mentioned last time, if you visit all the shops, get your passport stamped at each shop, you are put in the drawing for a sewing machine. So that's huge.
Yeah. And if you're from out of town and need some place to stay, you could always check with our Airbnb upstairs. We have 3 Airbnbs upstairs. So if you want to make this your start point, we'd love to have you.
Yep. Caitlin, do you want to talk about your...
Yeah, so we had ladies' night in on Thursday night, and we made these fun towels. I don't know that we've had an example of our towels yet on video, but here is the applique towel. There were just some different options, but you can make them however you want to. But we had a lot of fun, and it was super beginner. We had some very not crafty people at our thing on Thursday, and we had some crafty people, and it was really good, and everybody had fun, and everybody's projects looked good. So we are actually going to do towels again at Ladies Night In on April, darn it, what was it?
14.
April 14th. For our next Ladies Night In. So we're going to be making towels again. There were a bunch of people who wanted to come this Thursday but could not. So get signed up for that. We'll have so many spots available, so you'll want to register for that fairly soon.
This is an awesome like little quick gift that you could give. When we travel in the summer and visit cattle ranches. And as a fun little gift, I really love the Minnesota.
Yeah.
I just do a couple towels and, I don't know, a wooden spoon or something as a fun little gift. And it's fast. You have scraps. Yeah.
You might have $5 in the project, if that. Really. Because the towels are not that expensive. Yeah. The other thing is what Caitlin is doing, and she's doing a great job of it, is she's creating community. You know, some people think you have to come here and take sewing classes. This is even creating community. You know, we've all been locked up for a year. And so Caitlin really has a niche for getting ladies together and just being able to socialize and have fun. And like I say, it's more even community than it is project, but it's really project too, I guess.
Yeah, you come out of it with...
The ladies really enjoy it. She always has something to eat, something to drink, and it's always a lot of fun.
It is fun. It's just fun to see people smiling and just, the camaraderie. I love camaraderie, and I love peopling and smiling, and it's just super fun. Yeah.
Speaking of community, do you want to talk about our Monday afternoon sew-in?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it has a name, but...
On Monday afternoons, we really have an open sew, if you want to call it as such. We should come up with a name for that. But you can come with your machine and you can just sew at no charge. And usually Barb Bork is here. And Sue Davis sometimes comes from Sioux Falls. And you can just come and do whatever you like. And then if you have some questions or need a little advice or so forth, there's always someone that will be able to help you. So it's not structured. There's no specific lesson plan, but there's lots of learning that actually takes place.
And again, more community. Just my mother-in-law, she said she would do
She would do what?
She said she might like to come, and I said, well, you could do stand-up comedy because she is quite funny. And then she said something about bringing rolls, so you just never know what might happen on Monday afternoon.
Oh, that'd be good.
Poor Barb. Sorry. Sorry.
Anyway, it's a good time had by all, really.
Yes.
And I think that's what we really want to make sure, that above all, we are selling fabric and we are doing things to help you be efficient at home and so forth. But we also want the community aspect, because without that, then sewing is just sewing. But then it doesn't have the emotional contact with it. And so, as you know, we like to have fun. So
and we just kind of feel like the store is buzzing again. It's got, there's just this new energy that is, like Susan said, so much more than just selling you a yard of fabric. This is we want this to be an experience that brings a lot of joy to your life. So
a destination event.
Yep.
So on that note, Barb had a class. I want to tell everybody about that on Saturday for edge to edge quilting on your embroidery machine. And we had gals here with all different types of machines and even different brands. So you don't have to have bought a machine from us specifically, but if you have a different embroidery machine, we still want to see you be successful with that. And it was so much fun Saturday. In fact, Barb was in the back teaching her class, and I had said to her, if it gets busy up front, I'm just going to watch the front. I never did get to take the class because we were so busy up front. So we had the sewing machines humming in the back, and we had the door dinging up front. So it was, and it's always fun to have people, like Erica said, there's good energy. And that's really, when we set out in this project in December, we just really wanted to bring the store back to life and for it to reach its full potential, and especially for Laverne. And in this day and age when fabric stores are going closed in certain areas, and the price of gas is high, we still wanted to have our store here so we don't have to drive so far away. And why does everybody else have to have the fabric store? Why can't we do it here? And I think, folks, we're doing it. We're getting closer and closer to reaching our goals, and that's very exciting. But we couldn't be doing it without your help, quite frankly. And while we can be excited, it's what you guys bring in, and when you bring us the comments about what we're doing is what keeps us propelling forward, so that we can keep bringing you more and more. So, and then I guess on another note, I'll talk about the fabric lines. So I did talk to a couple of the fabric lines to find out when things are going to be shipped. Our big focus right now is the shop hop. Again, the shop hop is when?
April 23 to 30.
Sure. You have 1 week to hit all these shops. It's called Crossing Borders. So that means it's Minnesota and South Dakota. And that is what we are aiming for right now, is to get the store in pristine condition for that. Anyway, back to the fabric. There still are some shipping delays. So the fabric we thought we were going to receive in March will be coming in April. And so we have about 6 or 7 lines, maybe 8. I don't have my list in front of me. That still we have coming that will be in the store before shop hop. And so a lot of those lines might be coming even days before the shop hop. So we will be scrambling to make that happen. So that's exciting. A lot of really nice fabric coming in. We do have a little bit of everything in that. We have some children's things. We have flannels. We have historical prints, reproduction prints coming in from Henry Glass. Beautiful lines from Kim Deal. What am I forgetting? Fabric wise, that's still forthcoming.
Well, we have a line called Meander that's coming in. It's like the blues and then the real earthy neutrals. It's really cute.
Yeah.
So yeah, lots of things to keep you coming in.
Yeah.
Keeping things fresh.
Always something new. Always something new
Yep.
going on here.
And we have a fun birthday this week. Joe's birthday is this week. So we would like
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joe. Happy birthday to you. Come around and wave in the camera, Joe.
It's a hard no. So on Friday, we're going to be celebrating Joe's birthday. We will have treats in the store. And we have make and take projects that we have some new employees around here. You've met Brenda on a live.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Diane is working really hard putting together some make and take projects for you. They're really fun. So come on in on Friday, wish Joe happy birthday, and come see us. Do a little shopping. So we have we've shown this quilt by Alyssa on the wall. It's all bound. We'll have the kit ready for you if you're interested in this kit.
The long tall. Is that
It's
what
called
we call
long
it?
tall.
Long tall.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful. Turned out great. We appreciate her hard work on that. We also have a new sample in the store. This is a table runner done by Nancy DeYoung for us. It is out of a book. I have it down here. It is called Runner Crazy. It's a book full of runners. Sorry, we lost our cameraman, so I hope you can see that.
He got a little shy when we
Barb
asked
can
him to
help
come on camera.
So we'll have a kit together for that project. We've had lots of requests for smaller projects, so we're working on that. So that is a beautiful table runner for spring.
We do have, by the way, next week we will have several quilts to show that I have finished. They need to be bound. They are hot off the long arm. And so Celestial, some of them are out of Celestial. And
we have the
trying to think,
rainbow
is the
quilt.
rainbow
done by
quilt.
pastel. That's super fun for spring. And that can be cut down to a baby size too. If anybody's looking for, it's a really sweet put together. It's really sweet.
Yeah.
And the rainbow, like the baby, I was actually just talking to my husband about this. We have friends who have lost their baby, and the rainbow baby
Is
a very significant thing right now. So
Interesting.
to bring that down to a baby size quilt is, we were just talking about making one actually for our friends, because that would mean a lot to them. So
Yep.
Yep.
Very nice. And we're working on, like, we've been broken record here. We're working on Shop Hop stuff. We'd like to have some smaller projects put together for our Shop Hop customers. And so we have some sample makers working on those projects for us. And so just keep watching. Next Monday we'll have more fun things. I have my favorite things that we'll showcase on the website again this week. This is, again, kind of broken record because we've talked about this stuff a lot. But I love this Quilter Select Rotary Cutter. I use the 60-inch one in the store because I'm cutting through lots of layers of fabric. But the 45 is probably more size appropriate for your home cutting. It's got a weighted handle, so it feels really good in your hand. You don't have to push so hard. I also love this diagonal seam tape from Cluck Cluck Sew for doing half square triangles, folded corners. It does have a marcation for 1/4-inch seam. You just put this down on the bed of your sewing machine and it gives you a point of reference, so you don't have to draw those lines on all your squares of fabric. This Ganger scissors, we've gotten a few more in. This is a limited edition product that they revamp every so often. I'm not even sure how often, but it is beautiful and it just makes me so happy to cut with such a beautiful piece of hardware. Yep, it's
Erica,
kind of an investment.
We have the smaller scissor in the same design with that real fun handle on order.
Yep.
It's actually here now.
Oh, we
It
got
came.
it in?
It came.
Oh, woohoo! Okay.
So that is definitely one of my, you need both, obviously. I love this By Any Stiletto, just for pushing through right at your needle. You can grab your fabric and push your points through so that everything stays nice and accurate. I also love these Wonder Clips that we've talked about many times.
Can I showcase something?
Sure.
Wonder Clips work great. Joe asked me for a little paperwork over the weekend, and I was a little short on paper clips. And
Multi-purpose.
I used them for my paper clips. I thought that was quite appropriate for the fabric store.
What functionality?
Absolutely.
Everybody needs a value for your these.
We should do a segment on the 101 uses. Of
There you go.
Be really good. I prefer this brown handled seam ripper. So that's in my favorite things. My favorite, I'm pretty sure my favorite pre-cut is a layer cake. This is one, we're waiting for the yardage on this, so I don't have a sample started, but this is called Newport. It is a beautiful line by Minnick & Simpson. Their stuff is just so classic.
Can I say, Erica, it's our plan with the Minnick & Simpson line that we will be carrying that line every time they come out with a new line. Reason being is the lines match consecutively. So if we have fabric that hasn't sold from one line, it will match the next. And so if you're a fabric collector as well, if you buy yardage of Minnick & Simpson to put in your stash and you continue to buy Minnick & Simpson, it will always mix and match. And some designers not so much,
Right?
But Minnick & Simpson is one of them where they match. Lori Holt would be another, and we have Lori Holt fabric.
Yep.
Everything that she does mixes and matches. So whatever we buy of hers 3 years down the road from now will match what we have in the store now. So for you as the consumer, that's kind of nice because most times we can buy faster than we can sew. And
yes,
that's
did
okay.
you hear her say if you're a fabric collector? So that is actually a real thing. Like, you can just buy because it's beautiful. And you just never know when there'll be a pandemic or
Never know.
Snowstorm.
or your husband will get hurt and you need to be at home for days.
And just so you know, there was a lady who, I don't know her age, but she was up there a little bit. She was in here a few weeks ago. No, older than you, Susan. And she said the grandma with the most fabric when she dies is the winner. I was like, oh.
So it is
Okay.
actually a lifelong
It's a
competition.
thing. Yeah, it's a thing.
So
You guys have to keep up with
be
us.
serious.
Because we get the first cuts off the bolts, when they come in. So our stash is rising.
Anyway, a few more of my favorite things. We've talked extensively about these GE Designs rulers by Creative Grids. There are 3 sizes. You probably do need all of them. Just there. This is the smallest.
Wow, I thought I was doing awesome because I got the biggest one.
So the biggest is the first step. It's
I'm
the
still on
best
track.
one to buy. Yeah, 1st.
Yep.
And then I believe the smallest.
Smallest, yeah.
So this is stage 2, and then if you're really going to be a junkie, then you get into the middle.
Turn it the other way.
Oh,
There we
excuse me. Sorry.
I actually, folks, I use all 3 of them. And
Yep.
I use all 3 of them almost with every single project. When you have them and you have them in a place where you can access them, you will use them.
Yep.
If you buy them, it's like buying a kitchen gadget. If you buy it and you put it way up in the top that you have to get your step stool out to get it, you'll never use it. But if you find a place, and they're great because they come with a little hole, so you can hang them. And you can use command hooks to hang these up if you want to hang them by your sewing machine or your cutting table. But if they are close, you'll use them all the time.
And
Guaranteed.
I would say, like if you're interested in one, buy one of the GE Designs kits or patterns, because she shows you how to use them.
Yes.
And so that takes away from the learning curve a little bit.
Yeah.
Black Lock came in.
Mm-hmm.
I've done a little video about this. These are fabulous. They're wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
I use them all the time for half square triangles. We ordered the 9.5 inch because you can use it for 9.5 inches down to half square triangles if you're that crazy. It's really versatile. And then this is my favorite Creative Grids ruler. It's 6.5 inches by 24. I think like if you're just kind of starting building your sewing repertoire, it's buy a size and then just kind of you'll stick with that. One lady, Lori Gangstead, came in and said that she prefers 8-inch, and so she had broken hers, so she got a new one. I just started using the 6.5, and so all my math kind of goes off 6.5 if I have to cut larger.
The 6.5 also comes in a left-handed ruler.
It does.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm ambidextrous, so that's kind of a foreign concept to me. But if you're lefty and you need a left-handed ruler, we can help you with that.
So, folks, what that means is when she's up here at the cutting table, kid you not, she cuts one side of the ruler with one hand, and then she goes down the other side of the ruler with the other hand. And we're going to do a segment on racing our cutting. Really, it's funny because Erica, she just goes zoom, zoom. And I'm like, okay, cut, move, cut. And in the meantime, she's like the guy at, what is that Chinese place where they do your food in front of you?
Oh, the chappy things.
Sorry, it just
It's
is
my superpower. We all have one.
I was thinking this morning about doing like a sewing competition, but then I thought I really don't like losing at anything, so we probably shouldn't.
Oh, you guys, it would be hysterical if we did.
And then I brought up the Creative Grids cutting mats. I'm thinking if you're a home sewer, you've got one, but this is one of the smaller sizes. I have 2 of the big huge ones on my cutting table at home. They're fabulous, self-healing. It's just an investment that if you're new to quilting, you need a mat, a ruler, and a rotary cutter, and you're ready to go to town.
You're golden.
Yep.
And these mats, not all mats are created the same.
These are reversible.
Yep. These will outlast any less expensive one, and it again goes into how they're manufactured and so forth. And there's a core piece in there so that when it's self-healing, it will not wear out every time you're cutting with it. But the less expensive ones, like I had years ago when I was in college, they were only a single ply, and it didn't take very long, and then they wear out. So this will last you almost a lifetime because it's so good. One side has markings. On the other side of that, I think it's just a 1/2 inch. Yes. So Gundren Erla actually designed these rulers, okay, along with her
The strapology ruler.
Yeah. And so she kept that in mind when she designed the back of this, because there's no
her markings.
The markings are different. Yes. So when you lay this on here, there's not going to be all of these extra little marks and so forth to cloud your vision when you're using her stripology rulers.
But if you're using, so on the big one, she has different symbols for like 2.5 inches, 1.5 inches. So like the squares are 2.5-inch cuts, and that's congruent. I didn't even notice that.
Yes.
Oh, it's labeled right there.
On her mats, though. Yeah. Yeah. So they're made.
That's nerdy.
They're made to go together. There's always something we discover, isn't there?
Yeah. How are we doing on time? We don't want to bore anybody. Keep going. Okay. So I have, graduation season's coming up. When I graduated, my very favorite gifts, some of which I still use, were handmade. It's just, it doesn't have to be a huge project. It doesn't have to be an expensive project, but I just feel like a handmade gift is really meaningful. So we have shown these bags in the store. The pattern's free. It's called a schlepp bag, which is a Jewish term for kind of packing stuff around, I guess. It takes fat quarters.
You know, can I add something?
Yeah.
I think it should be called a Stroop's bag.
Because we're Dutch. Yeah.
Yes, Barb?
Yes.
Stroop's. Many of you will understand that one.
So I love to give a schlepp bag with either a couple towels or sometimes I'll just throw like a gift card in the pocket, but you can pack them full of like, you know, kind of boring graduation gifts that everybody needs. And then these bags are, I've seen college kids come back with them full of laundry, full of, I've tested them before. You can put 4 gallons of milk in here and they're fine. So grocery bags, book bags, laundry bags, all the
even
things.
for them, like running back and forth, like in a college dorm room to the shower room or whatever, like you can put all your caddy in there, and
you can throw them in the washer. They wash up beautifully.
You could be your dirty laundry when you travel because they would roll up nice in your suitcase. You know what I see this as a graduation present that comes right to my mind is to make one of these bags and then get a coordinating color towel. And if you have the embroidery machine, embroider their name on the front. So my Aunt Irene gave me towels when I graduated from high school with my name on them. So when I went to college, I never lost my towels because it always had my name. And you know, we're going to be doing some classes on embroidering and with towels. So if you have the embroidery machine or you're interested in one, we certainly can help you out in that direction. But boy, wouldn't that be pretty?
It would.
Towels to match it inside there as a gift. I think that'd be great.
So this is a really easy project, and there's several options. You can make it totally reversible, which I don't have one to show right here. You can do the same. It just takes fat quarters, so you can do the inside the same as the outside, or you can have just a solid fabric on the inside. It's super easy. If you buy the fat quarters, we'll give you the pattern. And if anybody is interested in a class, like if you've not sewn before and you're interested in doing a class, I don't know if I can actually teach a class, but I can come here and help you figure it out. So this class sounds really.
So be vocal about it. Let us know if you want to make this, but you aren't quite sure about it. Let us know. We'll plan a date. Again, we like to be social and we love to do things together. So I think that's a fabulous idea.
It's Erica. A great way to like learn some. It's somewhat piecing. Obviously big scale, but anyway, it's fast and you get the high outcome. Some of them are lined. This one's lined. It has a little bit more body. I prefer not to line mine because they pack down smaller. So anyway, that's an idea for a graduation gift or a, mostly I've given them for graduation gifts.
Or even
teacher gifts. End of the year.
Someone at our church is just starting a new ministry of like bringing meals to moms and just helping mom, and it's just this really cool ministry. But new baby, I mean, this is super cute for mom to put her stuff in or throw diapers, wipes, whatever. So that's another fun option.
My sister-in-law used these for her diaper bags, and they worked great. My kids call them bottomless pit bags because they're big.
What's coming out next?
This would be a great, like you say, new mom's bag. Embroider a towel and put it in there, and then put
the
things
baby ones with the cute hoods.
But to even that for the mom, pamper the mom since you know she's recuperating at home, and some foot scrub and foot cream, nail polish, lotion. Just things like that for mom specific when she has a baby.
And it's kind of a fun way to get your feet wet with choosing fabrics. Because you know you have these coordinating options, and so it's a fun project. It's a really fun project. I would say in my family there have been hundreds made. I mean, like my mother-in-law, my nieces. It's a fun teen or young sewer project.
Very good.
Speaking of young sewers, just 1 second. My Elsie, my daughter, she's 8.
Elsie's here with us.
But Elsie is here with us today. Flat Elsie had an assignment from school to be here with us today and to come to work. But talking about young sewers, Elsie has had like minimal experience with sewing, and we let her Thursday night, we just let her totally go out on her own to make the towels, and this is what she did. I'd say that's pretty awesome. for an
awesome.
8-year-old
Very good.
with hardly any experience. So we talk about it here a lot too, but just encouraging people to get people into sewing. So if you know somebody that doesn't sew, bring them to Ladies Night In. And maybe we should go forward and have some kids courses and things, because we really need the littles and just the younger generation to join us in all the fun.
If you're in a little bit of a funk, like, there is truly research out there about creativity and what it does for our psyche, for our souls. Like, I just think that's so cool that she has ownership over this little project, and it's something that is useful for your home.
let her totally go out on her own, but I watched her pick her fabric, and she picked the ugliest one there. I was like, what are you doing? But I let it go, and it turned out great.
It's great.
I was just shocked. I was like, that's what you picked? Okay. But it turned out super cute. She's super excited about it. So.
Well, I have a question of the week.
Good.
Okay.
Is it controversial?
No, it isn't at all. Okay. So I think this would be appropriate since we talked about collecting fabrics. How much fabric do you have in your stash?
That's controversial. Inflammatory. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Erica, let's hear from you first. How much fabric do you have in your stash?
Are we actually answering this?
Well, you can say something funny about it.
I have no idea. I mean, you've seen it. I think you've seen some little. I have some fabric.
Maybe we should ask if you are a stash sewer or if you are a project sewer. Because project sewers buy the stuff for their project, complete their projects, and then buy more
And
fabric.
that's where you get in trouble, because you have stuff left over. I used to sew almost all of my girls' church clothes and fun, like, just super cute stuff. So I would buy yardage, and then I would have stuff left over. And so then that would build up my stash. So before I started helping out here, I was a stash sewer. I kind of had evolved to the place where I shop a little bit differently. But when I started, I loved pre-cuts and bundles that were, ready for me. So I was a little bit intimidated by the selection process. How about you? I have a stash. Significant.
Erica's stash is so large that she should donate to the stash list. I am the rookie, and I really don't have a stash. I mean, I have some pieces here and there, scraps from things I've done, but no.
She's building.
I am.
So we have,
I have to order those little boards that you showed me, but yeah.
I think that we should put that on the back of your t-shirt when our t-shirts come. Stash or no stash?
How about you, Barb?
I have a stash. It's probably not as large as you guys' because I not only have a quilting stash, I have a sewing stash because I made my clothes for the girls and I made my own clothes and all this. So I've got stashes of both kinds.
Yeah.
I have been wondering though, so post your pictures, because I've seen Erica's and how she organizes her stash, and someone else was telling me that they use these bins and they stack them, and I like to organize things just a little bit, but I want to see other people's stashes and how they organize
That's
it.
a good
so
question.
that way I don't start my stash and then be like, that's really not how I want it. Well,
so
I probably
we'll post
will
them on
anyways, but-
Facebook.
Yeah,
Okay?
this week, be brave. Take a picture of your fabric. I mean, like, no one will know if it's the whole thing or not.
Yeah. Post it on Facebook.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll get ours on there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll post mine.
Mine are all over my house.
So are mine.
Now.
Well, you can just show what you want.
And you know what? What works for us doesn't mean it works for you.
No.
Right?
Yep.
And everybody's homes are different. Some
Right.
people keep stuff under beds. Some people keep things in attics and basement.
Yep.
So it's different for everybody. It just is what, this is what I always say. You need to have a method and work your method.
Yep.
And then you're golden. You're good.
Someday we'll talk about scraps too.
Yeah.
How we sort our scraps. But I think we should maybe wrap up today.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us. Have a great week. Come see us.
Yeah. Like,
Um,
share, and subscribe. And go to our Facebook page and like, share,
And
and
just
subscribe.
comment and let us know how we can help you.
And
come
check
on
us out on
Friday.
Friday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come Friday for the
Yeah.
birthday.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.